This morning, we all woke up and came in and you just addressed it on the tariffs. It was a 6-3 vote. When you initially saw that, were you surprised? Is that something you were anticipating, that the vote would go the way it did? Or I know you mentioned a lot of the things that they didn't vote on, but did it kind of go the way you thought?
I was a little surprised because I was in the Supreme Court hearing. Mercifully, I am not a lawyer. When people say, how do you like D.C., I said there are too many lawyers. But I think that what we saw was just a very narrowing of the definition of a president's ability to use IEPA powers. So for those of you who saw the president earlier or have been following this closely, and I always found when I was in the private sector in my investment business, it was very good, separate signal from noise. And a lot of the noise is what Trump tariffs defeated. Mm-hmm. The only thing that was defeated is the ability for IEPA to collect even $1 of revenue. President, and I was at the hearing, and the justices agreed, and even the plaintiff agreed, that under IEPA, the president can install a full embargo. He just can't collect $1 of revenue. So, as I said before, there are 232 and 301 tariffs that have withstood more than 4,000 lawsuits since the first Trump term. There is something called Section 122, which grants the president 5 months to install, to put a global tariff on. So president announced today he's going to put a global tariff of 10%, and then a number of 232 and Section 301 tariff investigations will be started. Those take a number of weeks and months to implement. So I can tell you that the total amount of revenue that Treasury will collect this year will be little changed, if changed at all.
So you've already collected around $175 billion or something?
Well, that's since, that's under the IEPA tariffs.
But is that going to be in dispute, like who gets it back or what?
Yeah, it's in dispute. Supreme Court did not rule on that today. They pushed it back down to the International Tax and Trade Court. Right. And my sense is that could be dragged out for weeks, months, years. So we'll see what happens there. But the look forward, no one should expect that the tariff revenue will go down. And roughly last year, the existing revenues, under the 232s, under the 301s, and some other collection mechanisms, were roughly equal to the IEPA tariffs.
Well, that's going to be a food fight going after $175 billion, isn't it? So
I got a feeling the American people won't see it.